Hey, what's up guys, my name is Eric or Hazardous and welcome back to a new episode of Top 10 Stunts. If you guys have enjoyed the episode, then make sure to give it a big thumbs up and let's hop straight into this week's number 10 spot. Alright, so the number 10 spot is gonna be going to YDGS here, using his bot 801 to pull off his stunts. So, as you can see, he's gonna be flying off this hill right here, and then he's going to glide his way all the way into the city, and he's actually going to land inside of one of these balconies here in this apartment complex. So yeah, thank you for sending in that awesome stunt. Next up at the number 9 spot, we have this awesome clip here sent in by Extreme Bonk. He's gonna be using his Hydro here, which he's going to jump out of, and then he's going to hit the back wing of the plane, but that is not going to stop this guy from hitting his stunt. So he's gonna be skydiving down here towards this building, and then he's going to skydive through this little gap on the top of the roof. So yeah, sick job there, Extreme Bonk. The number 8 spot is gonna be going to Silver Monkey, who's using a chopper, and you don't really see that many stunts being hit with this motorcycle. But anyways, he's going to bump off this ledge here, and then he's going to glide his way over to this little industrial area, where he's going to get a nice landing on top of this little round pillar tower looking thing. So yeah, great job on that awesome chopper stunt. Next up, we got Monkey D. Tony on the number 7 spot, and he's gonna be showing us a very creative BMX stunt. So, he's gonna start off here by jumping off this ambulance, and then he's going to land on top of this truck, which is then going to explode to give him air so that he can pull off a second grind on top of the roof. So yeah, I thought this was really creative with the exploding truck and everything. So yeah, great job on that stunt, Monkey D. Tony. The number 6 spot of this episode is gonna be going to Nest Dog, and he's gonna be using the Scorcher to pull off some really sick wall rides here, as you can see in the middle of Los Santos, and then he's going to finish off his stunt with a nice grind to a 360, and then he's going to land on the road. So that was a really epic bike stunt there sent in by Nest Dog. And this next stunt is a really big stunt sent in by Plasma Stunting. He's gonna be using his bot 801 here up on this mountain, as you can see, and he's just gonna be jumping off all of these different hills to of course gather up as much speed as possible for his stunt, which is of course to glide all the way over to this little lighthouse here out in the middle of nowhere, and he is of course going to stick the landing right on top of the lighthouse. So yeah, I think that was the biggest jump that I've ever seen anyone do, and then land on top of this lighthouse. So sick job there, Plasma Stunting. At the number 4 spot, we got Ice Cubes, and he's also gonna be using his bot 801 up in the mountains, and he's gonna start off his stunt here by getting a huge glide going, as you can see, all the way down to the ground, and then right as he lands, he's going to bounce off this little fence on the side of the road, which will make him fly over to this little farm, and that is where he's going to finish off his stunt by landing on top of this little tanker with no problem at all. So yeah, that was a really cool stunt sent in by Ice Cubes. The number 3 spot of today's episode is gonna be going to Spire. He's also gonna be using his bot 801, and he's also gonna be starting off on top of a mountain just like the rest, and he's also gonna be hitting this really cool stunt where he's going to land on top of this tiny little platform over by all of these tankers out here in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, thank you Spire for sending in this awesome stunt. And next up at the number 2 spot, we got this really cool stunt here sent in by Tukka Viljanen, or Tukka Viljanen. That's my best attempt at pronouncing your name, but anyways, he's going to show us a very cool precision stunt here with his bot 801 over by the docks in Los Santos. So as you can see, after pulling off those 2 bumps there, he's going to land on top of this tiny little tower over by the helicopter docking station. So great job on that epic stunt, Tukka, and thank you for sending it in. And finally, this week's number 1 spot is gonna be going to Rubik with this amazing bike stunt. So I'm gonna let you guys watch this with some awesome music, and I'll see you guys when the stunt is done. Alright, there we go. So that was an absolutely epic clip there sent in by Rubik. So thank you so much Rubik for sending that in. And of course, congrats on this week's number 1 spot. But that is going to be it for this week's episode of Top 10 Stunts. If you guys did enjoy it, then make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. So until then, take care and let's drop that beat.